Hey there, SideQuesters, and welcome to SideQuest Indie Spotlight celebrating 5 years of SideQuest.
Can you believe it's been 5 years since we burst onto the VR scene? And a whole lot has happened in that time, especially during the last year. We've seen new headsets launch, alongside heaps of new apps and games, and we at SideQuest have made lots of big changes to help make your VR experience better than ever.
And whether you're a developer or a gamer, we've built that experience on a welcoming community where you can explore the biggest and best range of VR creations anywhere. And we'll be talking about a whole lot of those gaming creations during the show today.
There'll also be plenty of free giveaways up for grabs, including game codes for every game we spotlight today, as well as some nifty SideQuest merch, and even some brand new Quest 3 headsets.
And in fact, the Quest 3 giveaway is live right now on our website, and you're the first one to find out about it. It will be live for a very short time, and in only 2 hours the winner will be selected. So don't waste any time, go to sidequestvr.com, click on the giveaway tab and enter the Quest 3 giveaway. But many more giveaways will be announced on the SideQuest social media pages.
So keep an eye out for more details as we go on, and make sure you enter after the show.
Speaking of the show, let's run down what exciting things we'll be revealing in this special SideQuest Spotlight.
Well, we'll be covering a lot today, including a whole suite of fan-favorite apps and games, shiny hidden gems across different categories, extra content that'll help make the most of your VR headset, plus a few announcements that we've been working on behind the scenes. So, let's get started.
Perhaps one of the biggest successes we've seen to date is the sheer number of apps and games we now have listed with us here on SideQuest.
Yeah, you said it. We're now home to over 3,000 developers listing over 5,500 apps and games for our millions of users, that's you, to get their hands on each month. And all 3 of those numbers are growing every day.
That's a lot of games. And since we are talking about SideQuest achievements, did you know that we've even made our own game? I mean, we're in it right now.
Of course, we are talking about Banter, our SideQuest-made, totally free-to-play social VR sandbox where you can hang out with your friends, play games, explore tons of awesome VR worlds, go to dozens of events like comedy nights, movie nights, light shows, fully customize your avatar with Ready Player Me. There's just a lot to check out, okay?
Yeah, we customized our avatars for this event too, but you can do a lot crazier things with it as well. You can find both the Discord community and the link to download Banter in this video description if you're keen to give it a try for yourself. But before we go any further, we should probably talk about the real hero of the day.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Sideloading!
Of course, we wouldn't have SideQuest without sideloading.
That's right, sideloading is our here today and every day because of the absolute freedom that it gives us to explore, experiment, and jump into all of the awesome apps, games, and extra features we want out of our VR headsets.
You may have heard sideloading talked about in the media recently, what with Apple's EU announcements and Meta opening up the Horizon software, but we at SideQuest have all been working hard behind the scenes to make sideloading more accessible than it has ever been. We've been doing it for about 5 years actually, so we're kind of ahead of the game.
That's for sure. And you'll be hearing a lot more about sideloading throughout today's show, plus heaps of more amazing things that it helps us do in VR.
You'll also be hearing from a lot of the talented people helping you make the most out of SideQuest and all the games we have to offer. Our sidekick verified reviewers, are trusted content creators passionate about all things SideQuest and VR, and they'll be popping up throughout the show with some of their personal recommendations for games that you should play right now.
But we wouldn't all be here or have SideQuest without our SideQuest founders, Shane and Orla Harris, and they've got a special message to share with us all before we get the celebration underway. Please welcome Shane and Orla.
Hi, I'm Shane, the CEO and co-founder of SideQuest, and this is Orla, the COO and co-founder of SideQuest. And we're here to celebrate our 5th birthday. We're also here to celebrate all of the games that have found success in VR on SideQuest, and generally the impact that sideloading and SideQuest has had overall on developers and the VR ecosystem. Something we're pretty excited about.
So we're celebrating 5 years at SideQuest. Can you believe it? 5 whole years with thousands of developers coming through our platform, releasing thousands and thousands of pieces of content, and so many of them being elevated to more platforms like the Meta Store, Apple Store, Pico, PlayStation. It's been an incredible run, and we are so excited to keep doing what we love doing, which is supporting developers and supporting content.
One important thing that is kind of key to our history, our origin story at SideQuest is sideloading. For those of you that don't know quite what sideloading is, it's just a way to get apps onto your devices, a way that's usually not involving the main store, let's say. What we did at SideQuest was we used sideloading to make it easier for developers and users to get access to content in VR. And I think what's really interesting, we're nearly 5 years on, and sideloading is still just as important today as it was when we started.
So for many of you, you'll know exactly what SideQuest is. As Shane mentioned earlier, sideloading on Quest. That's how it all started, SideQuest. But here we are today with lots of different ways to use SideQuest. Not just sideloading, but it's still probably one of the most important things that you can do with your device because it means that we're an open platform.
You're right, we are the open platform, and it's because of sideloading. Some of the most popular content on SideQuest today, things like ports from Dr. Beef or QuestCraft, they all depend on sideloading, and they're massively popular. And it's great to be able to operate a platform that allows people to innovate and connect with their audiences unrestricted, unlimited. One of the things we're really excited about is the Indie VR Fund. Back in August of last year, we got together with Creature, Doug and team over at Creature, to basically put together a plan on how we were going to put our money where our mouth is, so to speak, and start investing in games in VR. So maybe Orla, you could tell us some more about that.
Thanks, Shane. I'm really excited to tell you more about the content that we're about to deliver through the Indie VR Fund. We put out a call to action for game submissions to the Indie VR Fund in autumn last year. We had $1 million to play with, and we had over 150 applications to the Indie VR Fund. And I have to say, guys, it was no easy task to whittle that down to 3 titles to support. But we're really excited about the partners that we've chosen for this. We can't tell you all the details yet, but what we can tell you that one of them is actually going to launch this year, and you better believe we're going to be shouting about it very, very soon.
That's great. What we're doing right now is we're looking at a complete overhaul of our front-end website, a brand new, fresh look to SideQuest. What we want to do is not block you from being able to get to the things that you want to get to quickly, but also, more than anything, to be able to find and surface those hidden gems so that you can have the best games and find them as easy as possible. So all sorts of ways for us to be able to dynamically change things up a lot more often and be able to surface more feeds, more content, more games that we love internally ourselves, as well as the wider community. Let's hear from our design lead, Tom, and he can tell us more about it.
Hi everyone, my name's Tom Mitchell. I'm the user experience lead for the team behind SideQuest. So for the last year or so, I've been working away with my team of researchers and designers to evolve the identity of the platform. The first challenge we had was capturing the characteristics of SideQuest. We're not a large faceless tech company. We're a small team of like-minded people trying to create something unique and enticing for you guys, with a big goal of connecting our VR players to our app developers. And we needed something to represent that character. So we tried to think how we could bring the 3D kind of limitless world of virtual reality to 2D screens. And this is where we started playing with textures, shadowing, lighting, and depth in our designs, creating some weird and wonderful scenes filled with unusual characters along the way, from lava monsters to frogs with mustaches, and we had a lot of fun creating these. We were hoping to inspire both our community of users as well as our app developers to create a fun browsing experience for you, and as cheesy as it sounds, send you on a bit of a side quest to find your next hidden gem of an app. Now, I wanted to share a few areas that we're working on. Now, I've been slowly scrolling through the homepage here, and you can see we still have a lot of our core features like staff picks and giveaways, featured categories, as well as our featured header. But things look very different when we jump into apps and games, for example. And what we want to do is make it easier to find those things that are more relevant. So for example, here we've got zombies. So around Halloween, if we could create a collection of zombie apps that we can elevate up to you to make it much more easier to find, Now, coming down a bit further, we have a couple more new features. On the left, we have hidden gems. The idea is that we have so many apps coming through SideQuest that there are some that kind of get tucked away a bit too much and can be quite hard to find, but they're really fantastic apps and games. So we want to elevate those ourselves. To the right of that, we have basically like recommendations. So we found users really valued recommendations. That extra context that comes with a recommendation as to how the game was, how they experienced it, how they felt. Top mixed reality experiences and top horror experiences, best jump scares and all that kind of thing, so that you can browse a very different way to what you're used to. So these are just a few of the features that I'm talking about. We've still got loads to do. We've still got loads of exciting things to dig into, whether that's giveaways, communities, working more with our sidekicks to try and get better content out there. And you're going to see a mixture of some old and new stuff for a little while, but we're going to do our best to continue working through and bring that up to scratch. We can learn and work with our community to figure out what they love, and we can test things and we can see what's received well and what may not work so well, and we can change things and improve them for the better. And we're going to continuously iterate to make it better and better over time. So I'm genuinely excited to get this first version out there. But I'm just as excited to continuously improve it with you.
Cheers, Tom.
I'd love to share more about our Sidekick program. So what's a Sidekick? Lots of influencers have volunteered to work with SideQuest to help us elevate content that comes on our platform. You can find lots of that content across the influencers' own dedicated website, but you can also follow us across all of our social channels at SideQuest VR. We're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. If you follow those channels, you'll be able to see that content a lot easier.
That's great, Orla. Yeah, there's been so many popular games that have gone on to see success that started on SideQuest. Many games, Puzzling Places, We Are One, even Gorilla Tag started on SideQuest. For us, it's just so exciting to be such an important part of the industry and to have, the privilege to be able to help some of these developers see success and help try and create that sustainable path to success for developers, where they not only release one game, but they go on to form full-on studios and release several titles.
So we'd like to take a moment today to say 5 years along. Thank you so much to the community. Whether you're a developer, a user, you mean so much to us and you've made a real difference.
Community means everything to us, and it includes everybody in VR who's using VR. It includes all of the developers who are out there innovating in VR. Anybody who's creating content related to VR. All of these things are super important to us, but also our own family, our own team, our staff here at SideQuest as well. We're all part of this community, and we all have got us to where we are today. And we're super excited to continue to grow this community as VR becomes more and more accessible to more users.
So we're really excited today to share with you the Indie VR Showcase. We've selected a whole host of titles that have new releases or they've had really significant updates in the last while, and it's content that we really want to share with you as users, and we hope that you'll get the chance to go and download it, play it, and give these developers the essential feedback that they need to keep doing what they do best.
Thank you, Shane and Orla, for those awesome updates. And now it's time to kick off our spotlight proper, starting with some of the awesome content on SideQuest dedicated to enhancing your experience and helping you explore more in VR.
That's right, and let's start with some of the most popular content on SideQuest. Game ports. Faithful recreations in VR of classic favourites that we love to experience from a different perspective, and there's a passionate community out there who's after this content.
Our Sidekick verified reviewer, Obscure Nerd, is definitely one of these people with a passion for game ports, so we invited him to share his thoughts from the POV of a true VR nerd.
Hey everybody, Obscure Nerd VR's Sidekick verified reviewer here. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to SideQuest for their 5th birthday. That is huge, and it's only going to get bigger from here. I also want to shout out some of my favorite games that are featured on SideQuest that you can check out. Specifically some of the VR ports that they've done. If you know me, you know that I'm a big port guy. So if you haven't had a chance, this is a great time to go check out. I'm a big fan of Prey VR because it feels like a fully fledged VR title. It's insane. And that port's big for me because it brings me back to my youth. when I was a youth. I also love the Doom VR port and everything that Team Beef has going on, so if you have any time, go check them out, and let's keep celebrating VR. So once again, shout out Team Beef and all the people doing amazing work in this industry, and SideQuest, I'll see you for the next 5 years. Peace.
Sounds like he sure loves Team Beef, and so do I. Their ports are great, but wouldn't it be cool to hear from the guys behind this awesome team too?
It sure would. That's why we invited them to the show. Please help me welcome Team Beef.
These guys may not look like they know what they are doing, evidenced by this leaked monthly meeting. It may not even look like they have a basic grasp of modern technology, but this is Team Beef, and they've been cranking out flat to VR ports of classic games for years. We're talking about classic games, relics from the digital crypts of gaming's past resurrected for our enjoyment. Team Beef's old school ports like Jedi Knight, the Quake series, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Doom 3, Tomb Raider. These are the forbidden fruits we snatch from the tree of nostalgia. Why should you dive into the delightful madness of sideloading? Imagine strapping on your VR headset, venturing into the digital realm, and suddenly finding yourself face to face with pixelated Nazis or demons from the depths of hell or demons wearing Nazi outfits. You, flailing wildly in your living room, cutting down stormtroopers with a lightsaber, dodging bullets like a drunken ninja, all while your cat stares at you with a mix of confusion and judgment. The best part? You're not just playing the game, you're living it. So what if the graphics are a bit dated? This is Duke Nukem, this is Lara Croft, this is Doom Guy, this is, that guy from Castle Wolfenstein. It was the golden age of gaming. Graphics were revolutionary, but second to gameplay and story, and the difficulty was as unforgiving as Clint Eastwood in that film, Unforgiven.
Well, you sure killed the hell out of that fella today.
Sideloading is like joining a secret society of tech-savvy rebel superheroes. You're thumbing your nose at the establishment saying, "Hey, Zuckerberg, I love your curated store, but I want more. I want the weird, the wacky, the downright illegal. Okay, not illegal, but definitely the unorthodox." So, fellow adventurers, I implore you, embrace the nostalgia, embrace the joy of sideloading VR game ports. Happy birthday, SideQuest. Thank you for making this a reality.
The guys from Team Beef are doing some incredible work, so we're super pleased that their ports have found a home here on SideQuest.
Whoa, wait a minute. Those aren't the only game ports you can find on SideQuest.
Oh no?
You ever heard of a game called Minecraft? I mean, it's pretty obscure, so...
Ah, of course. Yes, there is a mega popular VR port on Minecraft called QUESTCRAFT that you can find here on SideQuest. I don't think there's any VR gamer who hasn't heard of it yet.
Well, I personally love it, but sadly this port doesn't quite work on Quest 3.
Oh, that's a shame. But you know what? I kind of would love to hear from the devs anyway.
Well, it's a good thing we invited them then, and who knows, maybe they'll surprise us. So, here's CAD Indie, the developer of QuestCraft.
QuestCraft has been a project that, over the years, has shown me that community is everything. Everything we do, from programming to designing to even our user support, is done with the focus and main goal of building a better product to deliver to our amazing community, because without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. That's why with QuestCraft 5.0, we have gone above and beyond to deliver our most substantial update ever, further closing the gap between the PC and standalone FiveCraft experience.
In this newest update, we have made many incredible strides with performance, boosting QuestCraft's total FPS from 45 all the way up to 120, or a nice 169% when using the Quest 3. This update also brings many improvements to mod compatibility and resource utilization, meaning more mods and bigger worlds for you to explore.
Along with the performance upgrades, we dedicated ourselves to redesigning the QuestCraft launcher entirely. Our primary goal was easy accessibility, while also making it look as appealing as possible. We've also added many new quality of life features such as custom instances, mod pack support, and improved tools for our support staff to better help you, among many other new features.
Of course, all of this wouldn't be possible without our teams dedicating themselves daily to making QuestCraft as amazing as possible. That's why we're excited to announce the official release of QuestCraft on all MetaQuest headsets. including the Quest 1 and 3, releasing on SideQuest May 23rd, 2024, with PicoCraft, a port of QuestCraft to the Pico headset, coming later this year.
Finally, Quest 3 users can enjoy QuestCraft in all its QB glory.
We even created an official tutorial showing you how to install it on your headset. Spoiler alert, it's now easier than ever. It's live on our SideQuest YouTube right now, so make sure to check it after the show, which we need to get on with.
Yep, that's right. So let's chat about some other SideQuest content.
Another huge bonus that you can only get through sideloading is access to VR emulators. You ever wanted to play Game Boy in VR? Now you can. Want to kick back with some classic Nintendo 3DS games on a giant virtual screen? You betcha! Or even play PlayStation Portable games in fully immersive 3D? It's all possible thanks to the awesome power of emulators like Citra VR, Virtual Boy, and PPSSPP, and you can find all of them right here on SideQuest. Isn't that awesome?
It sure is, and these emulators basically work in a similar way to how they work on PC, allowing you to play a massive range of classic handheld and console games in fully immersive VR. Now that'll be a walk down memory lane.
I know! Did you ever think that you'd be able to play Mario Kart in VR when you were a kid?
Nope, but once again, that is the power of sideloading, am I right?
It sure is. And yet another cool feature that you can access only through sideloading is the ability to install custom homes.
Oh yeah, and what better way to add a little personality to your Quest environment than to choose a classic scene from a movie or TV show you love, a faithful recreation of a classic gaming environment, or something truly zen to help you better sink into that VR experience.
And we've got dozens of custom homes available to sideload on SideQuest right now, and we've got one of our most esteemed creators, Vince, on hand to chat with us about them. Welcome, Vince!
Hey there, I'm Vince, the head of Quest Homes Discord and the developer of the tools that allow you to create your own custom environments. So think of custom environments as your way to spice up your own personal VR space. Picture this, you hop into your VR space and it's no longer just some random place created by Meta, but a spot that screams you. Whether it's filled with vibes from your own favorite TV show, a cool game you can't get enough of, or even art that speaks to you. It's all about making your VR headset feel truly like your own personal little universe. That's why I love creating custom homes, because it allows people to personalize the Quest like never before. SideQuest, on the other hand, is packed with dozens of unique spaces you can easily sideload. It's a real treasure collection of custom homes. And if you're creative enough, you may not only browse, but even build your own custom homes. The custom home building tools I develop are super user-friendly, aiming to take the headache out of creating. Our Discord is like this huge creative lab, and we're all happy to give you a hand and help you get started. And then you can upload it to SideQuest for others to sideload and enjoy. So if you want to give your virtual home that personal flair, don't miss out the magic of custom homes and the wonders you can find on SideQuest. Maybe one day I'll see you in a virtual world that you've created yourself.
Thanks, Vince, and all the creators out there building these amazing homes for us to enjoy.
But now it's time to talk about the real reason we're all here, the games. And as we've already mentioned, SideQuest is home to a whole bunch of them.
Over the last 5 years, we've seen more than 70 amazing games start life right here on SideQuest, grow in popularity, then launch to critical acclaim on the official Meta store. George, which ones of those games are your favorites?
You know, there are so many, it's kind of hard to cover them all. I really love puzzling places. That started with just that one demo puzzle and everyone fell in love with. And of course, you can't forget Hyperdash and Pavlov's Shack. They're amazing multiplayers. They're perfect for gamers who just love dynamic action. How about you?
Oh, those are great picks. Well, I've always loved Battle Talent and Ancient Dungeon for their adventure and combat focus. We Are One features one of the most creative gameplay mechanics I've ever seen, so I love that. Then there's Cubism, of course. I love me some puzzle games. And Warplanes, it's not just one of the best flight sims out there, but it's also packed with cool historical details. but there's so many more.
Oh, and we can't forget Gorilla Tag.
How could we forget Gorilla Tag? The movement mechanics alone have inspired a whole bunch of successful games, including Monkey Do and No More Rainbows, both of which also started on SideQuest and broke through to the official store.
All of those games are perfect examples of the SideQuest to official store process, leveraging SideQuest to build a loyal audience, which is essential for catching Meta's attention and getting accepted into the store. And most of those also started out as sideload only titles too. Yep, we're talking about sideloading again.
We can't avoid it, can we? Speaking of successful games that started as sideload only, I've got another example. Triangle Factory released Breachers as a sideload only title to build their community on SideQuest before launching it on Apple. Then they successfully hit the official store not long after that.
We've seen this happen really recently too with MANNEQUIN, the latest VR sensation from Fast Travel Games. They initially released the game for free on SideQuest, sideload only of course, which helped them score over 10,000 early access users, and they've been giving them loads of positive feedback. And as of right now, they're on App Lab, and we've got a whole lot of faith that they'll succeed in their quest to hit the official store very soon.
Oh, for sure. We're so happy for MANNEQUIN's success so far, and they've also decided to join our celebration with a special message.
Hi there, SideQuest community. My name is James, Game Director at Fast Travel Games working on MANNEQUIN. From everyone here at Fast Travel Games, we want to wish SideQuest a very happy 5th birthday. As VR continues to develop, the need for an open, accessible space has never been more important, and SideQuest fills such an important role in this. In fact, the SideQuest community has really helped us make in our multiplayer social stealth game MANNEQUIN. We launched our open alpha earlier this year on SideQuest with huge success, and now we just recently moved to early access on App Lab. It's been a joy to see so many of you embrace our game, and the feedback you provided is instrumental in shaping MANNEQUIN going forward. As you may know, MANNEQUIN is a unique VR experience in which one team of shape-shifting aliens physically pose to hide among time-frozen humans, while the other team of human agents hunt them down. It's a pretty crazy game, and we wouldn't be here without a pretty crazy platform like SideQuest. So again, happy birthday SideQuest, thanks.
Now that MANNEQUIN is on App Lab, the developers created an exclusive discount code in honor of this SideQuest Indie Spotlight. If you haven't played MANNEQUIN yet, you can now snatch it for 30% off using this discount code you can see on the screen, and it will also be listed in the description below. Valid only until May 26, so don't miss your chance. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the Gaming Spotlight.
We've rounded up some of the very best hidden gems that SideQuest has to offer across 6 categories: horror, simulators, mixed reality, combat, multiplayer, and puzzlers. Every game you're about to see was voted on by the SideQuest team, recognizing their innovation, immersion, quality, and most importantly, fun factor. We've also got some special mentions from our sidekicks and some of their personal favorite recommendations.
And don't forget, we're giving away free game keys of every one of the games mentioned in today's showcase, alongside limited edition SideQuest birthday merch and brand new Quest 3 VR headsets. To get a chance to win, just head to our giveaways page on SideQuest after this event and enter.
We're starting things in spooky fashion with our top picks in horror. So if you love a good scare, there's nothing like dialing it up to 11 in VR, and these games represent some of the very best chills you can get.
First up, we've got the eerie and stylish psychological horror experience, The Passage, challenging you to confront humankind's oldest fears as you delve into the deep darkness.
Hey, my name is Bartek.
Hi, I'm Damian.
And we are the creators of a little virtual reality nightmare called The Passage. The Passage is a stylized horror experience that relies heavily on an oppressive atmosphere, slow-burning suspense, and unique interactions to offer a terrifying, yet ultimately rewarding experience.
Our joint enthusiasm for art and psychology led us to look for inspiration in unusual places, in expressionist art, old cinema, and in the theories of a psychology pioneer, Carl Gustav Jung. We'd like to take this opportunity to say thanks to the SideQuest team for their awesome support.
And of course, to all of you who have played our game.
Insomnia has really impressed us with its unique blinking mechanics, forcing you to keep the entity stalking you right in your sights, if you can. Doctor Who fans might recognise a nod to the Weeping Angels here, making for a real chiller. So don't let this cheery message from the dev team fool you.
Hey, I'm Philip.
Hey, I'm Felix from Tanz.
We are the creators of Insomnia, and we want to say hi for this fun event. And we want to say thank you for the fun and collaboration we had with SideQuest.
Insomnia was a little side project we started to get our feet wet with VR, and we're very happy to see that so many people have been enjoying it and have been scared by it. So keep on doing what you're doing, and we keep on doing what we're doing, and we're saying all the best.
Yeah, looking forward to 5 more fun years. It's nice to have a community to get in touch with.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye.
Next, we've got Exorcism Agency, which blends ghost hunting suspense with multiplayer mechanics for some atmospheric scares. You won't find much green slime or marshmallows here. Ghost busting is a little more intense with Exorcism Agency, and we've got a special message from the team behind the scares.
Hi, this is Atom Studio. We are the producer of Exorcism Agency.
We're excited to introduce a brand new map, The Abandoned Hospital, and a fresh addition to our roster of spectral foes, Ghost Little Ling. This would be a promises spine-chilling experience with an unexpected encounter ways. We're targeting to launch 2 amazing features in July, developing reinforcement learning algorithms to enhance the unpredictability and complexity of ghost behavior. This bidirectional interaction ensures that player actions influence ghost behavior. The implementation of gesture recognition technology will allow players to exorcise ghosts using intuitive hand gestures for natural world. Thank you, everyone. Let's eagerly anticipate the launch of the new version of Exorcism Agency, embarking on a fresh adventure into the unknown.
Now let's hear from one of our awesome sidekicks, That VR Girl, to round off our horror picks. As a seasoned horror fan, she is well equipped to share one of her favourites with us.
Hi, I'm That VR Girl, a verified sidekick reviewer, and the game that I'd like to recommend to you all is The Obsessive Shadow. If you're like me and enjoy tormenting yourselves by playing horror games, then this is the one for you. At the start of the game, everything is normal until you get an emergency alert on your TV. After the power cuts out, you start hearing knocking and realize that these shadow figures are outside of your house trying to get in. Now it's up to you to shine your flashlight at the right window at the right time to scare them away. But your flashlight needs to be shaken frequently to keep it charged. These shadow figures will knock at your windows to alert you to their presence, but you really have to listen in to figure out which direction they're coming from and get to the right window in time to scare them away. If you don't catch them in time, that's when things get even scarier. The combination of all of these elements blends to create the perfect, tense, spooky atmosphere that we all love in horror games. And I want to warn you, this game gave me one of the biggest jump scares that I've had in VR. So good luck to those of you brave enough to check it out. Happy 5th birthday, SideQuest.
You know what? We haven't been upstairs yet. Holy.
Simulator games are the perfect escape, and one of the most varied and imaginative genres of game you can play. That's especially true in VR, where you should always expect the unexpected.
And we certainly never expected Beekeeping Simulator. You may have heard a little buzz about this title already, as terrible jokes aside, it's the perfect combination of therapeutic and educational. You'll learn loads about our fuzzy flying friends, like how to take care of them, just how important pollinators are for our planet, and how honey is made. Pretty sweet. And the best part? There's no danger of being stung.
Rev up your engine and get ready to actually enjoy parking a car with Car Parking Simulator. With realistic controls and plenty of surprises to unlock, this game elevates the art of parking to a whole new level. And here's the kicker, those skills you hone in the game might just translate to real-life mastery behind the wheel, helping you show off your newfound parking skills.
Do you love Stardew Valley but wish you could play in VR? Well, Harvest VR could well become your new virtual obsession, because that satisfying gameplay loop is here in all its farming glory. With a host of activities and odd jobs to crack on with, you'll cultivate crops, care for adorable animals, catch fish, and delve into some mines for precious resources before you watch your profits soar. Time to get your virtual hands dirty, huh?
And one more recommendation from our Sidekick verified reviewer.
Hi, I'm RezelVR, one of the verified reviewers in the Sidekick program created by SideQuest. Today, I'd like to recommend to you guys a game called Black Forge VR. Now, Black Forge VR is all about creating weapons for your customers as the only blacksmith left in town. Now in this game, because it's VR, you get to craft things very uniquely, unlike in standard games where it's just a 1 or 2 button press to make something. You'll actually get to hammer out your iron, cut your own logs, chisel your own handles, and so much more. The game also throws some unique twists in it. For example, as you're going to hammer your items to put them together, you raise your hand up and you pull a Thor move. And while this game is only a demo, there's actually quite a bit in here. I've spent over an hour playing this game, and I still feel like I've barely scratched the surface of it. So yeah, it's a very fun, very unique game. I hope you guys go and check it out. It can only be found over on SideQuest. And speaking of SideQuest, happy 5th birthday to you.
Since the Quest 3 launched last October, we've been really impressed by the number of new mixed reality games that have hit SideQuest. Of course, the Quest 3 will help you enjoy these games to their fullest, but you can play on any Quest headset, and these are the perfect picks to showcase this new dimension of mixed reality play.
Kicking things off and setting a new bar for innovation is Spatial Ops. The best way to describe it is pretty much the ultimate game of laser tag in MR. Grab your friends and turn any real-world space into a shooting gallery where you can play a bunch of classic game modes like Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag. Just make sure to play in plenty of space, as the action can get intense and competitive.
Coaster Mania gives you all the tools you need to get creative and craft your ultimate roller coaster right in your living room. Then you can even jump at the front car and experience your track creation close up. With simple controls and clear menus, this is a top choice for players of all ages and the perfect introduction to the power of mixed reality.
We couldn't talk about MR without including a brain-teasing puzzler, and Retropolis.line is one of the very best this year. Its colorful characters and tactical 3D twist on classical line connection puzzles will keep you hooked for hours. And if you like what you see, be sure to check out the main series of Retropolis games, also on SideQuest.
I have more cases that need solving to take.
Last up from the mixed reality category, we've got another trusted Sidekick pick chosen by the talented Cragadoon.
Hi, I'm Cragadoon, the Sidekick verified reviewer. The game I'd like to nominate for the mixed reality category is Wordomi. Wordomi is essentially Wordle in VR, turned up to 11, utilising full colour pass-through in mixed reality, which means you can take your puzzling word fun anywhere you like on the go, as long as you take your headset. It also utilises hand tracking, and it's really smooth, some of the best hand tracking I've played in quite a while. Picking up the blocks is really smooth and really easy. You can position them to anywhere you like on the grid. You can even move the grid around, so wherever you're playing, whether you're in bed, whether you're on your balcony, you can move that grid to wherever you like, and you can play your word puzzle and just relax. The game is growing, and I do love just how easily you can get addicted to this game, and you can lose several hours just playing with those words. And it's a puzzle game that won't be the same every time you turn the headset on. The words will generate, they will be random. Starts off easy, gets a little bit harder as you go down the grid. The words can change direction. They'll go along the x-axis, then they'll go along the y, and it adds another level to what otherwise would be a fairly simple game. That's the game I would recommend. Go and check it out if you haven't already. Wordomi, simple yet really fun, really addictive. All those things tie in very beautifully. Wordomi.
There's nothing like blowing off some steam by indulging in a bit of power fantasy in VR, and playing combat games are probably the best way to do that. Whether rapid-fire ranged combat or cut-and-thrust sword fighting is your jam, we've got some awesome picks in this category that you need to try.
Souls-like fans rejoice. Grimlord is a brutal hack-and-slash RPG that'll leave ghoulish body parts strewn all around you. if you have the skills for it. With a grimdark fantasy aesthetic channeling Dark Souls in VR, and a challenging difficulty level to match, countless battles await in Grimlord's early access release.
There's something endlessly appealing and nostalgic about the retro pixelated look, and Cartridge 81 thrusts you into it at full force for an awesome on-rails shooting experience. With about 10 miles of continuous track, you can either sit back and enjoy the thrumping soundtrack or start blasting swarms of pixel creatures. And with no health bars, this is a perfect pick for anyone, no matter your skill level.
Pioneer Endless Journey is an inventive roguelite shooter with a unique focus on creativity, mainly because you'll have to craft your own weaponry and experiment with several different combinations to tackle the random encounters that come your way. If you enjoy a winning blend of progression and adventure, this could be the one for you.
Time for another Sidekick pick, and next up we have the awesome True Gamer for Reals, who's here with his amazing choice of the game to recommend.
Hi, I'm True Gamer for Reals, one of your SideQuest verified reviewers, and the game I would like to nominate is Project Demigod. Project Demigod lets you live out that lifelong fantasy of being a superhero. You get to choose from all kinds of superpowers that include but are not limited to fireballs and lightning, and you even get to fly if that's one of your superpowers that you've always wanted as a kid. I really love the environments in this. There's just so many to choose from. You could choose from flying around in a city or even fighting in a gladiator arena, which is really, really cool. You can spawn in all kinds of enemies, all different types, and you get to use all those superpowers against them. The fun just never ends. Really, this game is all about the creativity that you can come up with, and it's just absolutely amazing. There's hours upon hours of fun in it. I really enjoy just fighting all the different enemies. It's absolutely insane. So if you are into sandbox games, this combat simulator is by far one of the best ones you can play.
Gaming solo is great, but it's even better with friends and family. That must be why our multiplayer games are amongst the most popular downloads on SideQuest. So, to make sure you get in on the action, here are our top picks for multiplayer good times right here.
Ahoy, matey! And what better way to kick off a category than with a slice of swashbuckling action on the 7th. I'm gonna stop that now. But Sail VR has been out for a while, but they recently released a massive multiplayer update that you can play for free right now on SideQuest. So, grab your cutlass, hoist the Jolly Roger, and check out their awesome new trailer.
From the high seas to Hybo, one of the most fast-paced, intense, and satisfying multiplayers out there right now. The devs have been hard at work on this one for a while, and it really shows. With detailed maps, awesome locomotion, weapon options, and a unique take on bow-based combat, Hybo definitely hits the target.
Hello everyone, we are the developers of Hybo. Hybo is a very exciting multiplayer archery game. The movement system of it is very cool. If you haven't tried this content yet, come and try it now. SideQuest is the most active VR platform I've ever seen. Thank you all. Here I wish SideQuest a happy birthday, getting better and better in the future.
Bounty City offers a unique take on VR multiplayer by staging strategic three-way shootouts as you and your squad battle it out against two other teams to rule the criminal roost and bag the most loot. Tactical teamwork is the key to success in Bounty City, so if you pride yourself on your cooperative skills, it's definitely one to watch.
Once again, we'll leave it to one of our Sidekick verified reviewers to round off the category, and this time it's Welsh Gamer with his top multiplayer pick for a game night.
I'm the Welsh Gamer, and I'm a Sidekick verified reviewer, and I'd like to recommend Trivia Crack World. If you like quiz games as much as I do, then this is the game for you. You can play solo, you can play privately with friends, or you can just jump into public lobbies, and you can play up to 6 players. If you enjoy games like Trivial Pursuit, then this is perfect for you. The way that you answer questions is really clever. Each round the board spins which picks a subject for you. You've got the standard categories like history and science and entertainment, and then you either select the question on your tablet or there's a mini game. It could be shooting the answer or maybe using a fishing rod and then hooking the fish to answer it. It's a really fun game. When I jumped in with friends we had a really good laugh playing this. I'm still surprised it hasn't moved to the main store yet because they're updating it all the time, so please check out Trivia Crack World now over on SideQuest.
Nothing beats kicking back with a good puzzle, and our top puzzling picks in VR are just the thing to help you train your brain, relax, or get creative with your pals.
Do You Copy is a cooperative puzzler with a unique twist where communication is key. Player 1 takes control in VR as a master thief mid-heist, while Player 2 acts via mobile as the tech-savvy guy in the chair, guiding Player 1 towards that successful heist. It's perfect for friends, couples, or small family get-togethers, and we've never played a VR puzzler quite like it.
Hi everybody, my name is Ilan,
Adrian,
and we're the founder of Freaks United. We wanted to give a special shout out to SideQuest for their birthday by enabling you to test out Do You Copy, a VR cooperative game that takes place during a bank heist. In Do You Copy, you can either play as the thief going into the bank, avoiding the guards, solving puzzles, and hiding in the lockers,
or as the hacker, the guy in the chair, to help your thief getting into the vault without getting caught. You can hack cameras, doors on your mobile, tablet, or PC.
On a similar note, we wanted to thank hugely our community that supported us for the past 2 years in making Do You Copy possible, for your feedback, your support, and your implication during all the development process. On that, and on behalf of the entire Freaks United team, thank you. We hope that you will get to enjoy Do You Copy, in addition of the 10 App Lab keys that are given as a giveaway on SideQuest for their birthday. Thank you all, and we see you all in the virtual world. Cheers!
If you're looking for a puzzler that's calming, meditative, and a visual treat, then Squingle is for you. Check out this special message from their lead developer, Ben.
Hey guys, massive happy birthday to SideQuest, who have really been helping bring Squingle to bigger audiences like yourselves. Squingle is a rich audio-visual puzzler where you have to guide revolving orbs through a series of 3D mazes to a goal while being taken on a transcendent journey by a mystical psychedelic goddess character. If you haven't checked out Squingle yet, I recommend getting in early because there are big updates I can't talk about right now coming along very soon, and you know, it's been gaining a little bit of a cult following over time with one of the greatest scores on the App Store at the moment. It's a really trippy, relaxing experience, and it reimagines what VR can do for gaming, so I really hope that you enjoy it and you check it out. I'm always available on our Discord community, so please come find me there and tell me what you think of the game of Squingle, and as always, so much thanks to SideQuest and love to you all. Play Squingle.
Hyperstacks, the perfect blend of puzzling, platforming, and combat just to keep you on your toes. Hyperstacks' built-in levels are fast and furious fun with slick locomotion and exciting scraps to get into, but the real standout feature here is the ability to create your own deadly gauntlets and share them with the online community, or challenge your friends in multiplayer.
And now we have our final sidekick pick of the day, chosen by the incredible Clickster to transport you back to your childhood.
Hello there, I'm ClicksterVR and I'm one of the Sidekicks verified reviewers. A game I like to recommend is Toy Trains VR. I do love a good puzzle game. This game has such a warm, cozy feel to it. You can just sit down, chillax, open up the old granddad's dusty suitcase that's in his attic, take out the old train set and let the story unfold. The puzzles on each level involve building tracks, plenty of brain teasers, using the old noggin. What I like is that there are multiple ways to do each challenge, each level, so basically we're not going to get stuck. But once you complete the level, it doesn't stop there. You can decorate the landscape with haystacks, trees, bushes, let your imagination run wild. Another reason why I love this game is there's no kind of time limits, leaderboards, nothing like that. You literally take the game at your own pace. So come and join me as it's all aboard the toy train.
Of course, this showcase is just the smallest taste of all the awesome apps and games that we have on SideQuest, and it was really difficult to narrow down our top picks, right? So, because we hate to leave anyone out, we thought that we would give a shout out to our runners-up too.
And that's a wrap on another SideQuest Indie Spotlight and 5 awesome years of SideQuest.
Now that's quite a list of games that you can be adding to your wish list. And as always, we at SideQuest will be hard at work behind the scenes, pushing out updates, improving our processes, and making it easier than ever for everyone to get the most out of VR.
But if you want to keep this party going, join our after party here in Banter. Simply download Banter for free, open it, and you will automatically join our after party. And don't forget, we've got a whole bunch of free giveaways going live right now on our website. Free game keys to the games that we featured in this showcase, Quest 3 headsets, plus some awesome limited edition SideQuest birthday merch to spice up your wardrobe. All you need to do to get a chance to win is visit SideQuestVR.com and go to the giveaways tab.
And as always, thank you for showing your support. Our amazing community is what keeps SideQuest going, and we really can't wait to share the next 5 years with all of you.
But in the meantime,
Happy
happy
SideQuesting!
SideQuesting!